Hello and welcome to a new episode of my FPS tutorial series. This episode will be about physical projectiles and it will look like this. And this will be long tutorial video and you will be rewarded if you make it through. And if you like my content, please subscribe and like this video and subscribe my channel, of course. But it's optional, of course. So let's start. Okay, let's start doing this projectile style shooting. And we will make it be hybrid. So bullets go to the center of your crosshair with some bullet spread. But yeah, how we going to start? First, make new function and call it fire projectile to direction. Then open that, and here we need to actually open our shoot ray because we need some same stuff. So basically this, and these nodes. Copy and then paste here. Then what we need muzzle point location. So in your fire rifle where you call out these recoil and other things, we need these and this. Then go back to here and paste those here. We can actually make local variable of this location. So muzzle point local location. Then connect that. Then what we need impact point, and this is like location to actual impact point. So we need to minus it like that, and we are minusing it from muzzle point location. So this local variable here. Local variables, by the way, are only in that function. You can't call those in other functions. So we minus it here. Then we need to make rot from x. Then we could make some bullet spread more when we are not aiming. So we can select rotator and we are picking A or B depending or aiming. So are we aiming? Then P values we can split. So we have now X, Y, Z. And what could we do? We could break this. No, not that one. Break rotator like that. Then we need to plus these 3 times. So we are taking like rotation and then we are adding it random number. So more bullet spread. And let's connect these, and these values will be random float in range. So this is giving us random float in this range. So maybe -1 and 1. Then we add it here. Then we can connect these. And this looks okay. Then we need to make a transform. So make transform. Scale is okay, and this is rotation. And location will be that muzzle point location. So copy that and paste it here. And now we have transform value where we can spawn our bullet. So what we could do, we could spawn actor from class. And we are actually now, I can show later how to do it like completely multiplayer, but we are spawning that projectile only locally, but only the hit result will be on server side. So other players can't see our bullet fly, but they know when we hit the target. And that's common in many games because replicating so many flying physics bullets are pretty bad solution. But later on I can show also that how if you want that. But I don't recommend it. Then connect transform to transform. And if we are aiming the sky, we don't actually never hit that line trace by channel. So it returns false. And we need also that false part. And how we going to do that? We basically, of course, we need to copy that spawn actor. Let's make up here. And how we going to do that? Let's connect that. And now we need to calculate that transform again. So make transform, paste it here. And then what we need to do, we need to this, at least. Yeah. Let's take these again. Copy and paste here. And that will be rotation. But now we have that break rotator. And this one. And now we need to break transform. Connect these rotations here. And then we can connect these values here. And now we need that transform. So what we need that bullet point location again. Let's make this here. Then we need our follow camera location. No, what is world location? Get world location. Yeah, this one. And no, actually we need world rotation. I can't write rotation. Yeah, get world rotation. Yeah, this is correct. Then we split that and connect these. And now it should be okay. Then we can compile. Let's see if we have. Yeah, we need now create our bullet. By the way, if you are interested about like cyberpunk online survival games, you can wishlist my game Raise Your Tribe on Steam. That would help me a lot. Steam link in video's description. But yeah, let's continue. New blueprint class for the bullet. So make actor and pp underscore projectile bullet. And then you can open it. And here, what we need, we could make cube collision. So box collision, the B bullet. And we could make sphere collision also, but maybe this is a little bit more optimized. And make it small, like 3, 3, 3. Then we need to actually make this to be parent, like that. And now we need projectile movement component. So this makes it move. And then initial speed made something like 2000 for now. Also max speed be 2000. Then compile. And next what we could do, we could check our collision preset and let's make this to be custom for now. And these probably going to be overlap. Then we can make these to be block. And let's make these also be overlap for now. Then we need some effect. And we have effects here, military silver, FX, and we have something like sniper tracer. This looks good. Let's add it here. Yeah, now we have this tracer. Then compile and save. And let's see, do this bullet move. Let's make a little bit darker so our directional light, and we can set intensity to be 1 maybe. Then we have our bullet. Oh, we have errors here. We can put that bullet here now. So bullet, projectile bullet, and also here projectile bullet. Compile and save, and then we can try. Yeah, it moves. Then let's continue. So event graph, and here we could make live spam also what we did earlier. So let's delete actually all these and find live spam. This could be something like 10 seconds also, like our bullet hole. I think it is good. Then what we need to create 2 different events. On component hit. Actually, we can create it here. On component hit, and then on component begin overlap. And let's make this hit first. We need also one variable. It is player. It is like us. Then actor type, and make it instance editable and expose on spawn. Then compile and save. And we need to change that to be the player who fires this bullet. So because we made it instance editable and expose on spawn, we can actually modify it here. So you can refresh, you see player. And let's take reference to us, so self. And also let's do that same here. Refresh and self. Always compile and save many times because Unreal sometimes crashes and we don't want that. And then other actor is where that component hit. We don't want to hit ourselves. That's for sure. So let's take player. And also we don't want to hit this bullet. I don't think it's possible, but yeah, we can do hashtag, and let's call this bullet. But let's make tag here also. Bullet. Make sure it is correctly spelled. And then we find not boolean. So if it's not bullet and it's not our player and boolean, then we can make branch and connect it here. Okay. Now let's take this and then we can cast the static mesh actor. So when we hit any static mesh actor, like walls or any props you have, and then if it fails, we can cast the landscape. You probably have landscape in your game, and that is not a static mesh actor. So we need to cast also to here. And then when both are good, we can do once. So we want only do it once, that impact. Sometimes it could happen many times, at least in overlap. But yeah, this is good. Then we can actually make new interface that we can call in player. So call it if underscore receive projectile impact. Then we need actually not outputs but inputs. First will be type of actor, and it will be our hit actor where we hit. Then we need hit component. Probably we don't need in this tutorial, but you can use it, for example, if you do more damage to head component. So we can also make it here. Then we need two new inputs, and those will be vector type of inputs. First will be hit location, so the location where we hit, and then hit normal. This is for bullet holes. So make it normal point. Then compile and save and go back to our projectile bullet. And here we want now call that interface web event that we created. So take our player, so who is firing, and then we call that event. Then hit actor will be other actor, and hit component will be other component. And then we need those locations, and we can break our hit result. Then take normal to normal and location to location. Make sure those are correct. Then you can make this look a little bit better by doing these reroute nodes. Just like that. Then we want to destroy our bullet. So destroy actor. And now I think this is good. We can do that overlap. And this is for like dealing damage to other players and enemies. And what we need here, we definitely don't want to hit ourselves or the bullet itself like other bullet. So we can copy these. Then we need make new input here and call or boolean. And duplicate that and call that player tag because we have that tag in our player here. Make sure it is spelled correctly. And then you can duplicate it for enemy. Later on, of course, you have enemies and those can have enemy tag. Then just connect those. And now if we hit player or enemy and we are not hitting the other bullet or ourselves, we want to continue. So make branch and from true part we want to do once again. So we can actually copy these all and put here. And then we need to connect those pins. So sweep result will have our normal and then hit result. And hit actor will be other actor and component to be other component. Yeah, this looks correct to me. Now you can make it prettier, but yeah, I don't spend time for that. Then what we could do here, we have that interface event here. We can implement event. So now we need also a new function. We can call it receive impact projectile. And here we need some inputs. So you probably know what inputs we need. We need lock, normal, comp, and actor. This will be type of actor, this type of component. and then compile and save. Go to event graph, and we have that interface event, and this is fired always when these are fired. So we can call that our function here and connect these pins. What we can do now, we can do basically same what we have in our shootray function. So this part we have done because we are shooting that projectile, but what happens after that is what we want to know. So I made these, but you can make it easier by double pressing this and then make this that goes both here, and then you can copy all these. Yeah, all these, and receive impact. We paste those here. And here we need to do a couple things. First, connect hit location to location and normal to normal. This normal thing was when we are spawning bullet holes. And then make local variables. And these local variables are just for this function. And then we need also make this to be local, and we can copy this here. And I think this should work. Of course, these need also be connected here. Yeah, I think this is good. So compile and save, and let's try. No, actually, let's not try because fire rifle we have here shootray. We don't want that. We want to call our fire projectile instead. So we can delete that one. Then let's do same thing in our pistol aiming. If you don't have this, you can just collapse these graph to graph like I have done before that switch weapon type. So this is the pistol version, and we have also here shootray. Cool. Then compile and save, and let's try how it looks. Yeah, this is not the perfect bullet, but yeah, it's working. But of course we need some like speed to our bullet, and what could be good velocity? Let me check. Yeah. Go back to our projectile, and here projectile movement, and then we can find our initial speed, and let's put something crazy number like, is this too much? No. Maybe. Yeah, let's put that. Then compile and save. And one thing what you can also do if you want, you can go to your third person character, and there is fire projectile, and then we can modify our velocity. So let's get project. This is for if you have multiple weapons and you want the pistol have less velocity on bullets. So what we could do, projectile movement, get projectile movement. Then we get velocity. Then we multiply it, and we can convert this to float actually. Float. And let's put now only 1. So basically we are not doing anything because multiplying by 1 doesn't do anything to any number. But yeah, then we need to set that velocity. And it will be this one. Then we can copy this to here also. And this one we can modify with, for example, you can make new variable here where you have damage, fire rate, and all these. Make new float variable, and then you can use that in here and connect. But I don't do that now. let's try how this works. I think it is working. It just goes very fast, that bullet. I think we can try different numbers. Let's put 10 here, 10,000. So I found the reason, and it is because this muzzle point location is 000 word location. And where is that? It's here. So all bullets are powering here. And that's the problem, because we set it here. When we have hit our line trace, we take our weapon and then we set that muzzle point. But if this goes false, like this, we are never setting that. So we need to actually take these. And what we could do, we could make it only happen once here. So add these to here. Then we don't need those here anymore. So we can true part straight to spawn actor and delete these. Yeah, now it should work. Let's try. Yeah. It's actually looking pretty good. But do it work on multiplayer when we are firing the client? Let's see. Nope, it doesn't work. And why is that? Let's see. We are dealing damage somewhere, probably in receive impact. Apply damage. Damage cause. And damage actor. Yeah, these need to be connected, of course. Do we have anything else here that we need? Probably not. Probably not. Yeah, now it's working. This was very long video, and if you make it, very, very good. And remember also put that same to pistol if you didn't. But yeah, thank you for watching and see you next part. Bye.